Hi, I'm Crista Alarcon with the Prowler, and this is Coach's Corner, and I'm here with Coach Abrams of the swim team.
Yes.
Hi. So I just kind of wanted to start talking to you about, first off, county.
Yes.
How is today? This week is County Week.
Yes.
How are you leading? How are you leading up to that? How have you prepared for County Week?
Well, basically since day one, we always say we have two big meets, county and state. And last year was a lot closer than we would like. We have been putting in the work and practice and just getting our swimmers to have that mentality of we're building the season to be in our best shape for county, to try to take home keep the streak going. I believe it's at 23, so this will be 24. So it's definitely a milestone that in our program we focus on a lot, and so we are definitely doing everything we can to keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, going back to what you said, you beat McIntosh by 7 points last year.
Yes.
And at the first meet, you guys swam against McIntosh. You guys lost, but in the most recent one, you guys won. You guys ended up at like a place ahead of them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And
so
how was that? Where did that growth come from?
So last year it was a whole lot different because they had to separate the girls and the boys. This year is going back to a more traditional meet where the girls and the boys swim all in one day. And so we were going into the boys meet down by McIntosh, and then it actually took to the last relay to go ahead enough overall points wise to beat McIntosh to win the championship. So this year it's definitely we're all together. We're going to see the progression, see how the meet's going all at once instead of having split days. But we're super excited. Me and Coach Huggan have thought about the county lineup over and over. I mean, I was putting up lineups together in December, just trying to think where we can maximize points, and so it's been on our mind a lot lately.
Yeah, it sounds very like state is like a very, I guess, knowing all of the, like knowing how all of this leads up to state is just kind of course, like a complicated thing.
Yeah.
So I just also wanted to ask you a little bit about relays.
Okay.
How are you going to set these up? How are they going to end up like being set up to maximize points?
Nice. Yeah. So we go into the relays. I mean, I will say this. At the end of the day, your fastest relays are going to be you putting your swimmers in their best events, in their best strokes. And so we try to space out our relays to where we can have the most efficiency and get the most points and have the best finishes. We also try to play to our strengths. We've been more 10 on the boys' side to lean towards a little bit longer distance. Like we're traditionally a really good 400 free relay team, and we have a lot of guys that can swim, and girls swim the 100 free really quickly. But this year we're going to have to go full-fledged. The guys are going to have to try to maximize and get first place finishes in all the relays, and really be strategic on where we place guys and girls. It's one of those things where an individual swimmer can swim 2 individuals and 2 relays, or they can swim 3 relays and 1 individual. And so we need to make sure that we have enough of our swimmers in the individual events to get first and second place possibly, and as well as then space out if we have maybe one event that we have a lot of good swimmers, instead of putting them all in, because at county only 2 of your swimmers can score, we might use one of those swimmers in 3 relays instead of using them in 2 individual to try to make our relays a little bit faster to then finish higher.
Okay.
So a whole lot of strategy goes into where we place our swimmers, and also judging where our swimmers are at the time of the meet of who's swimming the fastest to get the fastest people in the A relays and then the Bs and such.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, I guess you already have a bunch of swimmers that have qualified for state.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yes, so we have a whole lot of, I think 5 for the guys and I believe 4 for the girls individually. All of our relays have qualified. And so when we go to the meets, we're trying to place, when it comes to state, we're trying to place the absolute fastest swimmers in the relays to do as well as they can, but then having the individual swimmers swim their individual events, those will get us points as well. And so it's a combination of how many you have individual swimmers swimming, but then also how well your relays. And really, your most points come from relays.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have strong relays going into state to try to finish as high as you can. But we're super excited with the people that have made state, and we got a lot of talent, so we should do well at state.
Yeah, I think so too. Also, talk to me a little bit about senior leadership, or just leadership in general in the team.
Yeah, so we promote, so we have captains. We have 2 boy captains, 2 girl captains that are upperclassmen, juniors and seniors. So we definitely have senior leadership where it's not just the captains, but anyone that's willing to help lead the younger swimmers, help improve the team, encourage swimmers, get a positive attitude, all of that. And we tell our swimmers too, is you don't have to be an upperclassman to be a leader. We stress the importance of team camaraderie, cheering on our teammates, and just being a team that wants to swim together versus just these individual swimmers that do their event and then they go off to the side. And we're definitely a cohesive team, and we really stress forming a bond with one another.
Yeah. Also, what's kind of going into more of the younger generation, the underclassmen, what does the future of the swim team kind of look like?
We definitely have a lot of bright talent. We're definitely looking good. I have 2 freshman swimmers, Elliot and Jack, who have already qualified for 2 individuals, so their immediate presence has been great. We have other younger swimmers that are showing a lot of promise. They have really good form. They just need to mature a little bit, as in become stronger, not personality-wise, but just being able to grow in their bodies and hit the weight room and get stronger to where later down the road they'll definitely be producing for our team.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I know you guys have a team dinner before every meet and stuff like that. Talk to me a little bit about how that team bonding, going back to the team bonding you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the thing is, when you're always swimming in a pool, you're in your individual lane, you got goggles on, we're constantly swimming, so you can only talk so much and you can only build so much of relationships with one another. And so we love the team dinners to where it gets in an atmosphere where you're away from the pool. It's just, the swimmers can just really settle down and break down and just be friends with one another, get to know each other, not just about the times, not just about their strokes, but who they are as a person. And that bond, I feel just makes the team stronger to where when we're in the tough meets and going against good competition, the swimmers know they got each other's back. And so just knowing them as people, not just swimmers, I think it's huge for the team.
This was Crista Alarcon with Coach Abrams of the swim team, and this was Coach's Corner.